Hi.
Moment of silence.
This moment of silence brought to you by Fat Bastards.
Brad Soul. Okay. So, Chubby. We're going to do some chubs. That sounded really wrong. We're going to do some chubs. Brad's going to do some chubs. I'm going to watch. Oh, that sounded really wrong too.
I'm just going to let you dig your hole deeper and deeper.
And he's going to watch. Oh, God. Okay.
Okay, I just got that.
You just got that. Not too swift on the uptake there. Oh, God. Okay.
Well, unlike your dirty mind, I try to keep things clean.
Unlike your underwear.
Unlike Chubby's underwear.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
so
All right.
I don't know. Whatever.
We're just being silly.
Silly.
Silly. Obviously.
Enough of this silliness. Okay.
He's a sausage that is silly.
You have to get giddy sometimes when we're doing these things. You know, you got to get yourself giddy because sometimes the stress of the day, you know.
We're trying to get extra videos done because my little sister's coming to visit tomorrow. And we're making Chinese food.
And I'm going to disappear.
Until it's time to eat. And he's going to reappear and fucking devour everything. Bastard hungry husband.
Being around one Monroe is enough. Getting between two of them, and you're lost in a valley.
We're going to slap some duct tape on him. We're going to tie him to a chair. Release his hand so he can play guitar, obviously.
I know you guys probably think that's a wonderful fantasy, but believe me, it's torture.
Don't say fantasy in the same sentence as my sisters. Like, what the fuck?
No, I'm talking about them.
Oh, God. That's so weird.
The two Monroe girls from the Scottish Highlands. Never mind.
We're just going to delete that.
No.
Wiped out of my brain. I'm not going to think about that.
Let's just see what happens. All right. Okay, so this is a
we're not
mix.
going to see what happens.
I meant like the comments.
Okay. Put it out of your mind, Brad.
This isn't River Valley, you know. All right.
You'd fit in well.
I'm sure I would.
Yes, you would. Okay, Chubs.
Yes. Okay, so I found a compilation of Chubby Brown we haven't done. So 50 Shades of Brown we've done. Live in Perth, Australia, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then there was a couple we did that were the quality was pretty bad in it. So.
Yeah, but he's been funny in every single one of them. So
this one is a mix, and we haven't seen this one yet. So this I don't know if it contains parts of the other ones, but.
Oh, I thought it was all one show.
No, it's like a mix of different shows. So there's probably stuff we have not seen in that. So.
Okay. Or stuff we have seen, you mean? Like little clips? Or...
Right. Just seeing if you were paying attention.
Uh-huh.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Let's just do it. Let's just do it.
Play the note, Dougal.
Chubby. Got it, Chubby.
You fat bastard.
I think I speak for everybody. If there's anybody here from South Africa or China, fuck off home now. What a fucking whirlwind. We can't cuddle each other because of this fucking COVID. We can't smoke because of cancer. We can't fuck each other because of chlamydia. If they find out there's something wrong with chips and ice cream, I'm throwing myself in front of a fucking bus. Just read that in the paper. Usain Bolt has COVID. Who the fuck got near him? Frank Bruno has long COVID. Well, that's a shock. The fucking jabs he's had. I knew all about this COVID thing because I was doing a show in Australia and we stopped at Hong Kong. I bought a hot dog and his fucking paws were sticking out the bread bun. Have you seen them on the internet, these Chinese? They're all sat around a Pyrex dish. And you've got these Chinese blokes sticking forks in live mice. I thought, oh, you fucking dirty bastards. Not one of them used barbecue sauce. Fucking world we live in now. I'm just reading the paper there. 3 asylum seekers have come across here on kayaks, but they found their family frozen to death in the woods in France, and they can't find where they are with a kayak. Well, I don't know what's happened there. They've started a fire, and you know you can't have your kayak and eat it. I'm not come up. The Rolling Stones have had to drop Brown Sugar from their act. Aye, big hit like that. Because it's about slavery. It doesn't bother me, I'm on fucking sweetness. Meatloaf's now toaster.
Oh my God.
I'll do anything for love, but I won't lose fat. Or go to the gym or jog, poor bastard. My wife said to me this morning, Meatloaf's dead. I said, you took the words out of my... I'm a cunt, am I? You can't help but fucking laugh. I don't know a lot about music. I know that Rag and Bone Man's not a fucking proper Rag and Bone Man. He only lives a couple of miles from me. There's been a fucking fridge on our lawn for 2 years. He hasn't fucking touched it yet. Did you see that thing in the Sun yesterday morning? These lumberjacks in Sweden were confronted by a load of women who are helping the environment. So they took the tops off and went, oh, leave the trees, look at these. Wouldn't it have been better off taking the knickers off and going, put down your cleaver and lick me beaver?
Well...
I know you've had a hard time with the pandemic, but boys and girls, it wasn't as hard as me. I had to turn off the wife's life support machine, the fucking fridge. Fat twat. She can't take a paracetamol unless it's covered in fucking layer pack. I watched her one morning, she's buttering a toast with a fucking trowel. She was that pissed at Christmas. She said, can we have a threesome? I said, oh, go on then. I never saw the other fucking bloke. She's that fucking fat when I get on top of her, my fucking ears pop. Hey, we love you girls, but you're fucking funny. And I'm going to tell you something now. I love women with a trim bush. Because you can see right in the fucking window. What the fuck you were thinking of? Are we going to have a good time, are we? You know when you do this job, because it is a job, I've been reading about myself. Apparently, the one report I saw in the paper, he's modulistic. I thought, what the fucking hell does that mean? So I looked in the Collins Dictionary. It means I hate women. So what they're saying, I hate me mother, me sister, me fucking daughters. Fuck off, you split ass! Oh, he's homophobic. How can I be homophobic? My best friend's fucking gay, Rupert. And he hates getting in the car because the sat-nav keeps telling him to go straight. They knock on the door. I know the fucking hell's that. Sunday morning, Jehovah's Witnesses. We come to talk to you about Jesus. I said, oh, what's he fucking done now? I said, come in, do you want coffee or tea? I said, we'll have a coffee. So I made him a cup of coffee. I opened a packet of biscuits and put them on a plate. I said, what do you want to talk about? I said, we don't know, we've never got this fucking far before. Now, look, I don't know if you've read the Bible, I don't want to spoil it for you, but he dies in the end. If you've read the Bible, you'll know that he turned the water into wine. Well, I think he's come back. And he's working at Tesco's and he's turning it fucking back again. In the Bible, it said Jesus will arrive here, he'll come back. And my wife said, well, how will we know who he is? I said, well, for a start, he won't be able to hold a fucking Malteser, will he? Christmas in our house, Christmas morning, we all sit round a big roaring fire with the Quran. Yeah. A thick book like that bends for 2 fucking hours, you know. I was in the Holiday Inn last night. There's a big fat lass at the bar. I've told you already, I love fucking fat women. All women have 2 big tits, a nice ass and a hairy fanny, but fat girls can make chips. I've always wanted to have 2 girls, mate, in the same year. So I said, would you like a drink? She said, have you got a friend? And I'm straight away, I'm thinking, 3 in a bed. I said, I might have. She said, well, why don't you fuck off with him and have a drink then? It's funny how their attitude changes once you've spiked it. She said, you want to come back to my room? I said, I wouldn't mind. She said, have you got any protection? I said, why? What's in there? I'm on the bed with her. She said, you remind me of Usain Bolt. I said, tall, dark and handsome. She went, no, you've just come under 9 seconds.
He's a racer.
Do you drive the car like you make love? How do you mean? Well, do you ever look around to see if anybody else is coming? Hey, we've all done that. We all like sex, don't we? Have you ever been making love and she fanny farts? And your prick flies out? Just me, eh? You lying bastards. Obviously, I've been in this business a long time. I've fucked some monsters, mate. I fucked a midget. You're not supposed to say that now. You can't say midget, you can't say dwarf, because apparently it's offensive. Don't talk fucking daft. I wish I was a midget. You could go up skating without your camera. Lads, come and have a look at this minge. When you watch the Olympics, does it inspire you to do something? It did me. I thought, that's good, that trampolining. So I got myself a trampoline. You know, the police were at the door the next day. Your neighbours have complained, Chubby, you keep looking in the bedroom window. I said, I have not. And as he walked out the door, I dropped myself in the shit. I said, tell him to wash his ass. We have a girl the other way next door to us. Oh, hey, she's fucking gorgeous. She gets all the, all the sexy gear from Ann Summers. Well, they've been missing off the line, the washing line. He said to me, you don't know anything about it, Roy? I said, no, God, no. He said, because, I tell you what, if we find out who's been taking their fucking underwear, he'll get 10 years in prison. God. And he'll be shit in their knickers. I live on a rough estate. In fact, our milkwoman has a fucking rape whistle. They're from Thailand, 2 doors off. They'll eat any fucking thing. I kicked the dog's ball in their garden. I had to go and ask for the fucking dog back.
Oh, gee.
We've got asylum seekers over the road. There's about 16 of them in one council house. My wife said, how do you know the fucking asylum seekers? Fucking know all. I said, there's 5 big rubber fucking rafts in the garden for a start. She said, but they look dead smart. I said, yeah, they've been on fucking swim fast.
Swim fast.
Why our Prime Minister's been spouting his fucking mouth off about asylum seekers. Another 860 fucking poles have arrived this week. So how big is this fucking fence we're building? I fucking hate it, mate. I'm sorry, but I have to be honest. Coming over here, sleep with our food, eating our fucking women. Sending them back now, and I've learned to say, why don't you fuck off home in 12 different languages? He said, no, you can't smoke anywhere now, You can't smoke on the beach, you can't smoke in the parks, you can't smoke anywhere. In fact, when they're doing these experiments on rats for cancer, them rats have to stand outside the fucking cage. Did you see that in the paper where blokes walked in a restaurant in Paris and shot 5 people dead? It's fucking awful, lad. You go in for some snails, you come out full of fucking slugs. just said if the West attacks him, he's going to attack us. He's going to wipe the UK off the fucking map. We'll be all right here in Yarmouth because he won't find anywhere to fucking park his tanks for a start. We did a show last year, just before Boris cancelled the next one, and I got to the stage door, and there was a dwarf midget. She went, "Hiya, Chubby." I said, "Who said that?" She said, "You can fuck us for 50 quid. I thought, this girl's having trouble putting food on the table. I'm not fucking explaining these jokes to you. I said, "Are you limping, darling?" She went, "Oh, yeah." She said, "I fell off a ladder." I went, "Fucking hell, what happened there?" She said, "I was cleaning his mirror and I think the budgie pushed me in the fucking back." We're not allowed to say that now, are we? We're not allowed to say midget gems. Well, fuck right off. Fucking midget gems. Midgets, I mean, I would love to be a midget. First to smell farts, last to know it's raining. Right good laugh with her and I called her Margaret. So when I got home I sat on the piano and I wrote a little tune about it. It only lasts a few seconds. Have a listen to this and you'll say, "Hey, fucking hell, was she like that, Chubbs?" You can't fuck Margaret cause Margaret won't fuck. Margaret's a midget, needs a tummy tuck. She'll tell you herself, "My family's so sore." Her piss flaps an arsehole, scrape on the floor. She's tall sitting down and she's standing up. Her bra's like a hammer, two tits in a cup. She stands on a mirror to see where it's at. Oh, you couldn't shag Margaret, she's too fucking fat. You can't fuck Margaret, cause Margaret won't fuck. Margaret's a midget, needs a tummy tuck. She'll tell you herself, "My family's so sore." A piss flaps an arsehole, scrape on the floor. To the sex shop she went, a vibrator she bought. But she couldn't reach her foo-foo cause her arms were too short. Set it up, there's only me fucking dancing here. You pack of bastards.
That's good.
I went to the Spar shop for some milk. When I come back, I opened the front door. There's a bloke climbing out my back window with my fucking laptop. I went, "Oh, cunt!" I rang the police. "Right, Chubbs, what did he look like?" I said, "Oh, he was tall, dark hair." "Would you recognise him again if you..." I said, "Oh, definitely the type of bloke who downloads kiddie porn."
Because he stole his laptop. Oh my God.
We went to Benidorm, for a week. Oh, fucking red hot out there. I walked in one of these bars, right near the Benidorm Palace. You know where the... Oh. So this girl's off her tits. She'd had a mastectomy. It was a fucking joke.
It was a joke.
Have you noticed I've kept off the black jokes? Because these days, if you eat white bread, you're a fucking racist.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
Oh my God.
Have you ever watched Muslim porn? It's about 2 hours of a fucking bare ankle. Fucking Boris Johnson going around doing my fucking actors, Lee. I was talking about him looking like pillar boxes fucking 10 years ago. I've got a lot of Muslim friends I go to the gym with. They buy the fucking phone. They only want to be like us, really. They do. That's why they fucking live here. I passed a mosque the other day. They must have hired a bouncy castle. All the fucking shoes were outside. It's the world we live in now. You only have to look in the paper. Well, you must have seen me on the telly about 6 weeks ago. Did you see me climb up the outside of that building in Paris and save that baby's life? Yeah. Wednesday I'm a hero, Thursday I'm a cunt for blacking up. Yesterday, America's biggest porn star died. Aye. You know what his wife said? "Will you throw his ashes in me face?" I'm in my 70s now, and they say 70 is a new 60. Have you tried telling that to a fucking speed camera? You know you're getting on a bit, don't you? When you get out of bed in the morning, you've had a fucking dry dream. I had to go for the prostrate examination, you know, the finger up the jacksie. Fucking hell. Man, if I thought he was going to wear gloves, I wouldn't have bothered washing my ass. When I was there, I said to my doctor, I said, I want to ask you something, I keep forgetting my jokes. He said, how long has this been going on? I said, how long's what been going on? I brought the wife, will you have a look at her? He said, why? I said, well, she's not very well at the moment, she's put a lot of weight on. So he took her in another room and he come back, he said, Chubbs, she's pregnant. I went, now hang on a fucking more. I've been on fucking tour 12 months. It's a grudge pregnancy. What do you mean? Somebody's had it in for you.
Someone's had it in for you.
Yeah.
So last Friday, me and my mate, Cockeyed Pete, went out for a drink. I say Cockeyed Pete, these kids jumped out with them laser pens and fucking pointed them at him. So he's just Pete now. I don't know how much we'd had to drink, but I woke up in this piss-stained bed. Fucking hell. Stinking of love juice. With this fucking big fat thing. Skid marks up the back of a fucking 90. I thought, well, at least I got home.
He's so crude.
I love it.
She woke up, she said, can I have breakfast in bed? I said, you can't if you sleep in the fucking kitchen. Come downstairs with a fag in her mouth. I said, put that fucking fag out, one of them killed my mate. Cancer. I said, no, fucking gas leak. She's put some weight on, a fucking size of her now. I walked around her in the kitchen the other morning, I had my Fitbit on, I'd done 200 fucking steps. She has to have a new passport for it. It has to be taken by a fucking drone. When we get a bath together, we only put that much water in, it fucking still comes up the way. I took her down the town, we went in IKEA. We were walking around, she sat on one of these wicker basket chairs. When she got up, it was 2,000 toothpicks. Hey, she said, well, it's her birthday next week. She's 61, she's catching up to the circumference of the top of her fucking leg. I said, do you want anything special? She said, well, you know, I've been thinking about this. Now, I might die before you, so why don't you get something that every time you look at it, it reminds you of me? So I've got a headstone. Do you know my father's still alive, 91 years. I went to see him at Primrose Nursing Home, and just costed me by the fucking way. 3 weeks ago, and I walked in, knocked on the door. Dad! And there's a woman sat next to him, holding his penis. What the fuck's going on? This is Margaret's son. 50 years ago, we went out together, and she loved it when I said, would you hold me penis? And I liked her holding me penis, so she's holding me penis. I said, right, Dad. Well, the fucking kids are here. Hey, there's always something to talk about. You know this Me Too thing when all these women say, oh, he sexually touched me, he looked at me, oh, he did, oh, Harvey Weinstein, oh. But you know, some of you give yourselves a fucking bad name. You're in the hairdresser's 2 hours, you're in the fucking mirror an hour, putting your makeup on, you go down somewhere, you buy all this sexy gear, crutches, fucking knickers. You end up in a footballer's bedroom at 2 o'clock in the morning, he fucking touched me! When? 3 years ago? Well, why didn't you say something? Well, he had no fucking money then!
Part of that's probably true.
Sometimes it is, yeah. Sometimes it is that.
This Me Too thing makes me fucking smile. Because you know, I've been in Blackpool since 1985 and I fuck some monsters. I met my third wife in Blackpool. But an ugly bastard she was. I mean, she was no Susan Boyle. You know what I mean? You know when the Windrush generation come here, there were a lot of Asians and all. It came to Middlesbrough because my dad remembers them coming out. We tried to get them jobs in the steelworks. And my dad got this Indian fella a job at the sewers, which was in conjunction with the water board. And the first day down the sewers, he come back up and he went, "Oh, bloody hell. It fucking stinks." He says, "Yes, but the rats will get used to it." Mohammed Wasim Ahmed spent 50 years in the sewers. And when he retired, they sent him another little Pakistani fella. He said, "Oh, the fucking smell." He said, look, it's not as bad as you think, and it's double time on a Sunday. I could have said turd and a half, but I didn't. He said, "You learn such a lot, do you?" "Oh," he said, "you do." He said, you see this turd coming here?"
It's true.
"That's Mrs. Robinson's from the close." "How do you know?" "Because I have a drink with her husband, and he told me she has a big wart on her ass. And it leaves a distinguishing mark." Bunty turd. He's one of Henry's, the butchers. He'll eat any fucking thing. Pies, pasties, sausage road, black pudding. Look at the size, it's 3-bedroomed. He's one of my wives. Your wives? Yes, my sandwiches are tied to it. You'll be telling it tomorrow, so fuck off. Yeah, on that bucket list, she said she'd like to visit the fort. She must have been watching that programme with Davina McCall. Hey, Davina McCall, I nearly put her up the stick, you know. Well, I was at a party at Downing Street. Fuck off, it was cheese and wine. Come down, I should have got a kebab and a fucking pint. We got back to the hotel, and she'd just been a judge on that fucking thing where Masked Singer. I wore a condom, but she kept saying, "Take it off, take it." Hey, that was in the paper yesterday. You know, R. Kelly, he's only got 54 years in jail for drugging young women and having sex with them. Well, rape, that's what it is. And I thought, well, it's always the same. When Amy Winehouse died, all her songs went into the charts. George Michael died, all his songs went in the charts. I think this will be in the charts next week. I believed I could fuck. I believe I've run out of luck. 54 years in jail, 50 girls suck my tail. Now my ass will be sore when I walk through the prison door. Now I've been caught. All the drugs that I bought, I won't fly anymore.
It's actually a good singer. Not bad.
You know what? They make me smile because Buddhists, Methodists, Catholics, Protestants, every other religion, Muslim, we're all the same. Where do they think they're going to go when they die? We're all going to go to the same place, the fucking thick twats. Hey! And when a fucking Muslim blows a bus up, there's 200 fucking Muslims on the bus. So when he gets to a better place, they'll have just got off the bus and kick fuck out of him. So he wants to hope there's another place after the other fucking place. Thick twat. So I went along the council. I said, "I've just come to tell you we're not paying tax." He said, "You haven't got a prayer." I said, "Oh, yes, we fucking have." And me and my mate put our hands together and went, "Our Father, who's not a packy, allow us to be the same. Fuck off." We know we've been done. The asylum seekers have won in Lincolnshire as it is down in Devon. We forgive those evil bastards that trespass against us, for thine is the council of Labour and Tory. Fuck all the women, amen.
Oh my God.
Yes, if there was only one God, that would be fucking funny. Then Muslims get to heaven's gate, and Jesus goes, "You can't come in here without a tie on. Fuck off." You'll get it later. You'll be sat at home, you'll go, "Without a fucking tie on." Hey, I wish I'd laughed out when I was there. Bastards. I was at the leisure centre the other day and there was an asylum seeker advertising for a job as lifeguard. She said, "Can you swim?" I said, "How do you think he fucking got here?" I made the man say, "Will you come to the Social Security office?" He's worked all his life. 39 years he's worked, never had a day off. He had to go to social, DHSS, to put a form in. And when we were there was an asylum seeker in front. And she said, "Mr. Naki Saki fucking Naki Kaki Jackie, is £4,000 all right?" I said, "Excuse me, what happened to that fucking advert? For £2 a month you can feed a family of 5 in Africa." Some fucker's conning somebody here, Anna. For £2 a month. Ooh, some fucker's pocketing that then. Our local pub is the Dog and Duck. Now, I was in the Dog and Duck last week and there was a little girl there, one of them thalidomide girls. Nothing wrong with that. She went, "Hey, Huey." I said, "Hiya. Anything new?" I said, "Well, I've just come from..." Ding now. So I sat down and I went, "Are you okay? You know, Tommy, I'm going to tell you something. You're photographed on my fridge." "Is it?" "Well, yeah, I fucking love you, you know." "Oh, do the favour. Will you fuck with?" I said, "Well, to be honest with you, I've had one this week. Couldn't do it twice." "Oh, go on, give it a fuck." I said, "No, I'll get you a drink. I'll have a pink gin." So I went to the bar, I said, "Can I have a pink gin for..." He said, "Margaret." I said, "For Margaret." So we sat there talking about one thing and another. I said, "Well," she said, "Don't, right, give it a fuck." I said, "Look, let's see how much drink I've had first." After 8 pints, she didn't look any fucking different. So I was about to go, she said, "Drop it off. Fucking heartstrings, you know." So I said, "Here," I lifted her up. Put her in the van. So we're going out the tap. She went, "Don't forget before you drop it off, you tend to fuck it." I said, hey, now, hey. No, I didn't say that. Yeah, you fucking gave me happy and gave me fuck. We got near their house, yeah. Don't go to the front of the house. Because my dad will be in if he sees you. Fuck out of here. Take it round the back. So I drove round the back of the house. She said, "Right, this is mine here with the wooden gate." There was a big 6-inch nail popping out. She said, "Do the favour, give him the book on." I said, "What?" "Oh," I said, here. I grabbed her. It's the best fucking wedgie she's ever had. I pulled the fucking I put her on the nail. I went, "Hey, just give us a second. Give us a second." Taylor Swift. Kylie Minogue. Elton John. Woo! I said, "Are you ready now?" And she said, I said, hurry up. Fucking Match of the Days on at that past. I said, "Have you come?" I'm coming. I'm coming. I got a dock leaf. No, just me, eh? I gave it a wipe. I lifted it down. Got the back door, opened the door. Her dad was stood there. I've never seen a bigger bastard in my life. "All right, son." I said, "Yeah." "Brought your daughter home?" He said, "No, you have." "Oh, yeah, it's 25 quid. I said, "What's that for?" He said, "Most lads leave her on the fucking nail." She's like, "I know, fuck me, I haven't paid for last year's toys yet."
Okay, I gotta pee.
She said, "Don't be going out, will you?"
Okay, I gotta pee.
Be fucking nearly and buying me fucking shite. Get me someone I really need. How do you wrap a bath? Hey, God, she's fucking... Do you know, we've got a family. I know it's hard to believe that I've produced children. Water broke in Tesco's. Hey. So they rushed her off to hospital, left me with a fucking mop and bucket. I got down to the hospital and the lad on the door, the security man knew me. When are you, Chubbs? I went, yeah. Is that your wife from abroad? And I said, yeah. Ward 3. I thought it was your lass. I said, yeah. He said, by the way, she's full of gas and air. I said, that's funny. She's normally full of wind and piss. I was stood at the door of the ward she was in, and the nurses noticed me, and they're all going, look at your nose here, don't you? They told the midwife, so the midwife thought she'd have a bit of fun. Come out with a little black baby. Don't suppose this is yours? I said, it could be. She burns every fucking thing. Mind you, boys and girls, in all fairness, she does try to bend the tin opener. Fucking useless. She made a cottage pie last Sunday, and to be honest, it did taste like a thatched roof. She started self-harming. She's eating her own fucking scones. I don't know why I married her, to be honest with you, because on the way to the church, I got a text. Hi, darling. Miss you. Can't wait to suck your cock. Let you come on my tits. A couple of seconds later, another text. Sorry, wrong person. We stood at the altar and the vicar said, do you take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife? I said, I do. Should you sure? Do you want another look? All the lads said to me, your marriage won't last, Roy. Fucking hell. You can't have a single bed and a fucking double wife. She's a fucking animal in bed. She's a fucking hippopotamus. The fucking skin's rougher than Tarzan's feet. We were lying in bed the other night. She went, have you farted? There's only two of us there. Who the fuck did you think it was? There's me hand, there's my heart. Nice to be home because I do 50,000 miles a year and I go to some shit tips. He said, fuck off, you Geordie bastard. I said, get a fucking map. A tribe of Middlesbrough people have come in. Oh, I think I'll get fucking stabbed tonight. You are fucking funny though. Did your mum say you could stop another 10 minutes?
Jesus.
Bigger pair of balls, you wouldn't have had to go, would you? Have a look, is he laughing? No, you are, I mean, you've always treated me like some... It's like when I look in the paper every day, remember that, Chubby Brown? He's been allowed back into Middlesbrough, yeah. Don't do me any fucking favours,
Yeah, he's been fighting getting cancelled all the time. Huh?
Yeah.
Chubby Brown allowed back into Middlesbrough, and he's not even an Asian. Fucking... I bet you wouldn't know I'll get away with this fucker. Any road there, what was it? I can't remember what I was going to fucking say now. Yes, I can, of course I can, yeah. Now listen, I look in the paper every day, and so the other morning, my wife was doing a breakfast, she was frying me some cornflakes. I got a bone in my throat off one of her fucking Yorkshire puddings. She's fucking useless. So I'm looking at the paper. It said Ed Sheeran is worth £175 million. Goes out on his quad bike on his farm in Devon. Fell off, broke his arm. Tonight's show at the O2 Arena, 18,000 people. Cheapest ticket, 52 fucking quid. He's going to have to cancel. I thought, you dozy ginger twat. It would be fucking funny if I was sat watching telly and the phone rang. Chubbs, you couldn't do a gig for Ed, could you? Could you imagine me walking on? Down at the club I couldn't get no pussy, so in the bar I go. Me and the lads getting pissed on shots. We had money to blow. A big fat girl waved. I thought, I'll give it a try. Then the man at the jukebox watched her wobble over. She undone my tie. I thought, well, girl, you know I want your love. Your love is handy for someone like me. Come on, swallow my seed. Oh, she said you talk too much. Grab my waist, grab my crutch. Come on, swallow my seed. Come on, swallow my seed. I'm in love with the shape of you. You push and pull like a wank you do. I've been fat because my face has gone blue. I'm in love with your fanny. Last night you were in my room. Now my bedsheets smell of poo. We tried positions that we thought we knew. I'm in love with your fanny. Look at your wife now, let her go. I'm in love with your fanny. Just see me where she's going. Hey. I'm in love with you. She'll say, fuck the kebab, we going straight on.
Oh my God.
Where do we begin? It's not a sin to tell you about our first date. We went to a restaurant. All you could eat, you fill a handbag, a plate. I thought, oh, does she masturbate? We talked for hours and hours. Where the family were doing okay. Then we jumped in a taxi, the radio's on. This fucking tune started to play. She went, what? I want your love. Love is handy for someone like me. Come on, I'll swallow your seed. Swallow your seed. Oh, she said, you talk too much. Grab my waist, grab my crutch. Come on, swallow my seed. Swallow my seed. I'm in love with the shape of you. You push and pull like a wank you do. Have your fat because my face has gone blue. I'm in love with your family. Last night you were in my room. Now my bedsheets smell of poo. We tried positions that we thought we knew. I'm in love with your family. One more time, just see if it works. Just go like that other way. I'm in love with your family. You are. I'm in love with your family. Couldn't borrow your mate's cup then, could ya?
Oh my God.
I'm in love with your family.
That was awesome. I thought that was hilarious.
That's funny.
We're in HSBC. You know when people have no respect for you. I said, I've come about my balance. Couldn't push me over. Stood in the queue when this bloke ran in with a baseball bat, balaclava on, smacked the fucking window and it didn't break. I went, ooh, shit. The bloke stood next to me. His balaclava fell off. He said, hey, do you see my fucking face? Bloke went, I couldn't help it. Oh, he fucking smacked him with the fucking baseball bat. The bloke here said, did you see my face? He went, well, I couldn't help it. I fucking smacked him with the baseball bat. He said to me, oh, fat cunt. Do you see my face? I said, did I fuck? She did. It's funny, a couple of weeks ago, I went on Tinder. I'm looking on Tinder. Young girl talking dirty to me. I thought, oh, I'll say if you want a cup of tea. 45-year-old fucking plumber from Doncaster. That's not all, the sex was shite. I came here, was it 1969? I'm doing a charity show for, it was a disco charity show for women in Runcorn who were born without legs. The first song they played was Get Up and Boogie. I thought, well, that's fucking hell. Man, the dance floor was crawling with pussy. Yeah, as I said, I met was my second wife I met here. Antiques Roadshow. Yeah. She was lot 54. When I met her, she wouldn't have sex before marriage, yeah. But to be honest, she wouldn't have sex fucking after it either. I said, why don't you like sex? She went, well, when I was little, my dad took me to a farm and I was chased by a rooster. So I'm afraid of cocks. She said, I only married you because you said you got your penis fucking shot off the Falklands. I said, yeah, I did. Yeah, but you never mentioned your 12-inch stump. Hey, you can get Viagra now over the counter, but only in boots. So if you turn up in your Jesus sandals, lads, you won't get fucking served. Do you mind if I have a drink of gin? Oh, is that for me? Do you mind if I just... Yeah, thanks. No, don't say you can't get in either, because I couldn't... I nearly fucking... I'd bet you down there a few minutes ago, Jeff. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Jesus.
It's got to be a trick glass or something.
No.
Holy fuck.
Not that I like a drink, but I'll fucking glass you. Somebody's jealous because I can't get a fucking bite. Hey, isn't in true life the funniest fucking things? I'm in Glasgow, the night Scotland beat England 1974, Wembley 4-2, and I'm in the middle of Glasgow, and I said, I'm not the comedian, I've come for the goalpost back. 60-pint glasses bounced off me fucking head. I'm the unluckiest cunt. What happened with me, I was a big friend of Bernard Manning, and he called me his love child. And he did this big show in London, and the George Savage, the Greek, said to him, do you know anybody else that does your type of music? He said, there's a lad from the northeast called Chubby Brown, he's up and coming, why don't you book him? So I gets a phone call. I mean, the fucking fee was about 50 quid then. I went all the way to London, and I said, don't put me on at 12 o'clock because I won't get a fucking laugh. I said, put me on a little bit earlier. He said, 10:30. So I walked on, and I swear down with the Lord strike me dead, there's a table here. About 25 blokes on the table. Champagne bottles, there must be 70 champagne. They wouldn't let the waitresses take the bottles away. And they were a bit frightened of them. I didn't realise they shouted at me, and I'm shouting, God, take your face for the shit. And they're fucking shouting back, and I'm like, fucking hell. And then, anyway, I come off after about 50 minutes, and George came in the dressing room and went, oh, fucking hell, Chubbs. I think we're in the shit. I said, we're in the shit. They said, have you heard of the Cray twins? This is 1968, 69. I went, yeah. Have you heard of Frankie Maddox Fraser? Scarface Carr? McVitie the Hat? They're all around that table. Have you heard of Lenny McLean, the gypsy bare knuckle fighter who's just done 12 years for beating a bloke to death with his fists? I said, yeah. You've just told him he's got a face like a cow's cunt. I said, where's the back door? He said, we haven't got one. I said, where do you fucking want one? Do you know I get blamed for lots of things? I went to Bradford to do a show on a Sunday night, and on the Saturday night they had another comic there. I won't tell you who he was because he's dead now and he can't defend himself. But he said something about the Bradford fire. Now on the Sunday night I'm on that same fucking theatre. Well, it was a club then, a club theatre. It was like a nightclub. And on the Monday morning it got round Bradford and that, what he'd said. So I went, well, who was it? And I looked in the paper, saw my name. Must have been Chubby Brown. Said, what an evil cunt he is. And I spent years denying I ever fucking said it. Yeah, and I think a lot of the lads in here will know what I'm talking about. I had a wife and kids. Why would I fucking put my life in jeopardy over a fucking remark that was made? So you can imagine, can't you? So I went to see this comedian and punched fuck out of him. No, I didn't. He was bigger than me. But I got my own back. Don't fucking worry. I'll tell you another time about that. I'm going to play something on the piano for you. I was going to do Schubert's Unfinished Symphony, but I finished it. Yeah, I say I'm not a racist. I play the fucking black notes as well.
Oh my God.
We've got snow in Newcastle this morning, would you believe? They're all out with the shovels. I've never seen so many spades since the fucking Brixton riots. I called in our local. I thought I'd have a pint, you know, and Geordie girl there. I said, hi. I know what they like for the food. I said, you fancy a kebab? She said, my body's a temple. Bloke me and said, don't you mean mosque, the fucking package you've had in it? There's a lot of knife crime now, you know, in Newcastle, late at night. Whoa. The other night, I nearly got a fucking 12-inch gash across my face. And fucking Geordie girls will sit anywhere, you know. I walked into a pub last week and the lads went, oh, is that there? She's fucking beautiful, ass, yeah. She's from India. Goa. I said, you can say that again, she just give us a wank. We went to the bar, I got the drinks in. I felt fucking hell. I felt lightheaded. I thought, I've spiked the wrong bastard here. Got her a couple of more drinks and she said, if you want to make love to me, don't touch me hair. I thought, well, how am I going to do that? It's round your fanny. Went back to her flat. She had a little girl, a 4-year-old. I don't know if you've ever had to explain to a 4-year-old, it's all right to poo-poo your pants. Little cunt laughing at me. If you can turn that piano up, it'd be lovely, Phil. If you clapped along with what I was doing and you went, it sound good? I'll fucking ask it again. Funky piss flaps. Middle bit. Middle bit.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You know this one, don't you? Fuck it. So I went to the medical centre the other day. He put his finger straight up my ass. I'm going to change my fucking dentist. I was at the doctor and he said, I'll have to give you the prostate examination. And he put his finger, oh Jesus wept. What's the attraction with my ass? He said, do you have any trouble going to the toilet? I said, not when your fucking finger's out the door. Have you had any trouble with diarrhea? I said, only when I tried to sell it. The whole family came with us. I've got a daughter. He said, I think you're obese, Roy. Cheeky bastard. I said, well, the wife's obese, my mum and dad are obese, my kids are fucking obese. Maybe obesity runs in the family. He said, hey, nobody runs in your fucking family. My daughter's very OP. Anybody who fucks her is too lazy to wank. I go down to the gym, you know, and I let them girls know what they're doing. They've all got them like lycra fucking where you can read the lips, you know. Walking around with the fucking semi on. Then I noticed my ex-wife. It soon fucking went off. I went, "Now then." She went, "Oh, do you come here?" I said, "Yeah, come here, yeah." We got talking. I said, "You don't fancy going back to me flat, do you, for old time's sake, and I'll fuck you up the arse?" She said, "Over my dead body." I said, "Oh, well, you haven't changed then, have you?" I haven't always been a heartthrob, boys and girls. I've roughed it. We'll do that again. When I left school, I always wanted to be a gynecologist, but I couldn't find an opening. And then I was on the wind farm. You know, the wind... Aye. I was a diver. I was good at it, and all the lads called me Muff. Then I was on the bumping cars at Blackpool. If a car broke down, I had to run on the track and start it up again. They sacked me for ramming a young bird up the arse. In hindsight, I should have been in the car. Then I worked at Toddington's ball bearing factory. I got the sack for bearing my balls. You'll get it later. You'll say, "Oh, I see what he meant now." Bastards. But we're having a good time, are we?
Oh, yeah.
You're a long time dead. Go to court, pay for fuck all. Don't forget what I said earlier on. They can't lock you up. There's no fucking room. You know, we had the post office scandal, we had fucking COVID, we've had also tax. Why do these asylum seekers want to come here? It's a fucking shit tip, isn't it? If you get the sack from work and your firm goes downhill, it's because of the management, it's bad management. We've got bad management. We've had bad management in this country for the last fucking 25 years. Bad management. They all want to pack the bags and just fuck off.
Yeah.
Thank God you were on my side there. You could have been a Liberal Democrat, I might have got fucking stabbed. The only person that went to the Houses of Parliament and knew what he was doing was fucking Guy Fawkes.
V for Vendetta.
Yeah, I must tell you this, I'm in Blackpool and there's a girl at the bus stop and her fucking stomach's out here. I went, "Aye, when's it due?" She said, "I'm not pregnant, you cheeky bastard." I said, "I meant the tram, you fat cunt."
That'll be good news at a bus stop.
There was a guy there with his mother and they were having the chips and the seagulls were coming down and pinching the chips. And I think the poor lad was a bit dyslexic, right? And he's going, "Fuck off! Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, go on, fuck off, fuck off." And there was a priest walked by and he went, excuse me. There's no need for that, is there? All you have to do is go shoot. And then they'll fuck off. They say when you go to Yarmouth, be careful because the fucking lads there are dead rough, you know. But I've seen two boys out there sharing a taxi. One was taking the wheels and the other one was getting the seats out. Yeah. You talk to any comedian in this business, he'll have favourite things he says. We all have favourite gags. Mine's the one about the phone ringing. And this woman said, "Hello, is that you, ma'am?" "Yes, what's the matter?" "I've got to talk to you." "What is it about David?" "It is about David. He's not hit you, has he?" "No, ma'am, he hasn't hit me. It's even worse than that." "Well, come round." "No, I'll meet you in Costa Coffee." "Oh, you would, wouldn't you?" "Do you know how much your latte is?" "Fucking £4.60. Without the fucking marshmallows. And they met in Costa Coffee. "Now, what's the matter? Settle down." "When I married David all them years ago, 10 years ago, we had two lovely children. We'd make love 3 times a week. He always gave me money. I had a nice car. Oh, now he's just got, I don't know whether he's turned the other way, man. I think he's turned a bit, He doesn't want to make love like that. He only wants to come in the back door. Well, why don't you get him a key, mate? No, Mum. He wants to put his penis in my bum. Huh? Your father would have turned over in his fucking grave. I know, Mum. He just wants to put... I'm leaving him. You're leaving him? But when I met him, my household was like a 5-pence piece. Now it's like a fucking 50-pence piece. She said, hang on, just a minute. You've got 2 kids in private school. You're riding on in a £60,000 fucking car. You have 4 holidays a year, and you're going to walk out over 45 fucking pence. When I left school, I worked at a hypermarket called Sam Brown's. They sold everything: food, clothes, farming gear, nails, buckets, spades, cloth, everything. Everything here. It was a hypermarket. And when I got there, the first day, the gaffer said, listen, Roy, I know what you're thinking, that the wages aren't very good, but for everything you sell, you get 10% on top of you. I said, oh, dear. All right. Some weeks I took over £500-600. All right. How do you do that? He said, well, you just sell stuff. Learn about the material you're selling and just sell it. Like, hey, watch me. So he went to the till and I stood behind him. And a bloke come over with a big bag of fucking grass seeds. He said, oh, I see you've got the German grass seeds there, sir. He said, yeah, very, very quick growing, that, you know. He said, within weeks it'll be this high. Have you got a good mower? He said, well, I've got a mower. Do you have to push it? He went, yeah. Then you have to sharpen the blades. He went, yeah. No. You want the new fly mower, the Ware 495, they're now 195. Do yourself a favour. They cut the grass how you want it. The electric, all right. Now, we had about 20 yesterday, we've only got about 5 left. You want to get yourself a fly mower? He went, oh, all right then, go then. He brought this big box and he paid him. As he walked away, he said to me, you see what I did there? I sold him a fucking lawnmower. He didn't come in for that. He only come in for some grass seeds. You have a go. So I stood on the till. Bloke come over with a great big box of tampons. I said, you know, we've got the new fly mower in. Why would I want a fly mower? I said, well, your weekend's fucked. So, well, man, you don't know now. How many times do you think I'm in Tesco's and somebody goes, hey, I saw you for 20 pence. Yeah, did you sneak in then, you daft cunt? Yeah, long time. I mean, I've got a new book out and all, the life story. I've had more ups and downs than fucking Jordan's arsehole. If you wanna buy the book, and it's a good read. If you're on the beach at Benidorm, you think, I'm sick of pussy, I'm going to read Chubby's book. Sick of pussy. If you're sick of pussy, you're fucking the other way. We all have a story to tell. You people, if I said to you, come up here and I'll give you the microphones and tell us your story, you'll all have a story. You've all lost your mum, dad, brother, sister, friend, you know. We've all been the same. In the last year, when I think of the people I've lost, it's fucking frightening. But you know, you're in a queue. It's one of them queues you don't mind anybody else fucking pushing in, isn't it? How long on? Most people don't give a fuck about your head. I was in the bank, I said, I've come about my balance. They couldn't push me over. My daughter come home, my boyfriend's licked me out. I said, you're a lucky girl. I was with your mother 30 years, I never got the chance to fucking lick her out. She said, but you were happy in the same house. Then I realised she meant kick me out. He's an Asian taxi driver. He come round the other morning, so I smacked him with a fucking shovel again. I'll wait for you. I'm here all fucking night. Pack of cunts. You are lovely people. We all, as I say, we all have a story now. I'm going to tell you my story, and it's on the screen now. I was born at 170 Broadway, Bessemer Street, but when we went to Titty Bottle Park and my mother gave birth to me, we got back to give us a council house in Broadway Road. But that's Bessemer Street in Grangetown all them years ago. Once I was 7 years old, my mother said sex. I went, yeah, you won't be getting any. I was 7 years old and I asked my mother why. She said, well, it's obvious, you're fucking fat and ugly. It's a big, big world, so I ran away from school, and to be honest, I didn't feel like I needed a fucking docile education. I was smoking, drinking, I was trying to find a girl to lick her. Her pubic hairs were thick, I should have been hunting Fanny a lot fucking quicker. I was 17 years old, I met this bloke who said, I'm your dad. Get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. 19 years old, I met a girl called Claire. She had an enormous pear, she shaved down there. Her fanny was bare. I said, have you got alopecia? You're only here once. And then Elvis died at 42, and by the way, he was my fucking hero. So I married at 22 once. Girls, I have to say, fuck you, hey, fuck you. The ones who turned me down, you couldn't have been the cut of Mrs. Brown. 25 years old, she said, do the pots. I'll swallow the... How does she know about blowjobs? I left, I went back to my folks. I was writing jokes, writing poems, doing songs. Yeah. As I said, you're only once. I don't believe in failure. In this day and age, you know, a racist joke that can fucking jail you. But I've got my family, I've got my friends with me. On a Sunday, I've got 12 grandchildren who visit me.
Aww.
Once, I was 8 years old. There was 23 lads in my class. At least 15 of them have passed. Raymond Bassett, Billy Parfitt, Eric Collins, Derek Arland, Alan Towell, Davy Swinburne, Harry Croucher, Robbie Hutchison, Billy Parfitt. I went to most of them funerals. Colin Pounder, John Cassidy. He was a bus driver. But now I'm over 70 years old. I stink of piss on my armpits, smell of fucking cheesy bits. 70 years old, my teeth are in a glass and I've got Alzheimer's, and my teeth are in a glass and I've got Alzheimer's. I never thought you'd fucking get that bad. But what I do appreciate coming home, because I know most people, and I do appreciate you coming out and seeing us. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Oh, that was nice.
That was very heartfelt. Oh, is there an encore?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Boys and girls, it's time to go. What to say, where to start? You know, Chubb speaks from the heart. 51 years on stage now, so I think you know. There's something I'd like to say to you lot before I go. Political correctness came around, and the press fucking went to town. I thought I'm finished. But you lifted me up when I was down. And I sat at home and I said, hang on a fucking minute. Who the fuck tells Chubby Brown? After all the years I've been around, it's plain to see it's comedy, for fuck's sake. It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's me. This is me. Boys and girls, tonight we've had loads of fun. And I'll say to each and every one, I might not have any class, but balls of brass. And the press, the police can kiss my fucking hairy ass. Thank you. Good night.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
The joke joke. Funny is funny.
That's yeah.
That's almost like a retirement little ending.
Well,
or
he
something.
did get canceled a lot, I think, and from what I heard, and then.
No.
But that's what people got to realize. They're just jokes, like.
Jesters have immunity.
Yeah.
It's like it's just
Just having fun. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't mean everything, you know.
It's like yeah, it's crude and stuff, but it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And
Like, good for him. Good
if
for
you
him.
know what he's like, then don't watch him. Like if you don't like that kind of comedy,
Exactly.
Like, you don't have
like
to
the
go.
dark, cringy stuff.
Yeah.
It's like I like the crude shit.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun, and it's like
well, it's really funny.
And sometimes you want to outdo yourself, and you'll tell jokes and you'll push the limits. But I mean,
he's freaking
it's
good
fun.
though. He's pretty good. Yeah.
I realize sometimes there's
God.
lines you shouldn't cross, but
Oh well, I mean, not when it comes to stand up and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. I've heard some pretty cringy stuff over the years. It's like
yeah.
it's a
But like I
fucking
said,
joke.
you don't
It's
have
a
to go
joke.
watch it. You don't have to listen to it. You don't have to watch us watching it if you don't like that kind of stuff. We've had some people actually comment like
Tell me
Chubby
that
is
Oh yeah,
like,
Chubby. Yeah,
Chubby
okay,
is
yeah.
like, oh, he's a dirty bastard. I'd never watch him. He's disgusting. Blah blah blah.
Filth.
But yeah, he gets probably he's probably one of our most viewed video comedians. Like
Because he's freaking hilarious.
50 Shades of Brown is our most viewed Chubby. I think it's got like almost 300,000 views on it. So I'll put a link to that, by the way, so you can watch it.
I don't know. I like Chubbs.
If you can
funny.
take a joke.
It's a fucking joke. So, smell my fingers. Why? I don't know. Why not? Why not? It's a fucking joke.
You've been scratching yourself again. Smells like tuna. Bastard wife. Christ, bastard wife. Okay, that was funny. I'm laughed out, actually.
I am too. My stomach hurts.
We almost should have
eyes
done
are
that in
aching.
like 2 parts because I found myself exhausted. I had to kind of regroup partway through some of it.
I had to pee halfway through.
We know. Bladder control. All right. Well, again, like I said, I'll put links to Chubby's other stuff below and go watch it. 50 Shades of Brown was hilarious.
Was that the one where you had the...
Oh, yeah. The one in
not
Perth,
gonna,
too.
not gonna
I can't
say
remember.
It.
The one in
not
Perth.
Not going to say it, but yeah.
I had to cut that.
Not going to spoil it.
I had to cut a piece of that out because of copyright, though. There was some kind of copyright thing. But
I can only imagine what it was, yeah.
I had to chop some of his penis off. All right.
Oh, God.
That's just silly. Okay, go take a break and go watch 50 Shades of Brown now.
We'll be right back.
All right.
After these messages.
Bye.
في أكبر الكتب